We all have vices, and traditionally, those vices have been extremely lucrative. Women, gambling, drugs, they all bring in the big bucks, the guala, the guap. The bag is secured with those vices, but the problem is they've traditionally been illegal. However, we have begun to see states legalize online and in-person sports betting for their tax revenue. This is giving us an opportunity to invest in a vice that is extremely lucrative and is a multi-billion-dollar industry. It is the next gold rush. Literally, this industry is growing like wildfire. It's already been prevalent for many years, but previously you would have to place your bets via an online sportsbook that was outside of the United States. And now, as it's coming back to the US, it is a literal gold rush. It is going to make a lot of people a lot of money. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down my top 2 stocks from this industry. They are both positioned to capitalize from the legalization of this online and in-person sports betting, and they're going to the moon. These are both the definition of high growth stocks, and they're giving us an opportunity to get in at ground level before this industry takes off, before this industry explodes, and as the legalization process starts, as legislation starts to go through all these states, these stocks are going to grow exponentially. It is going to be a wave, it's going to be fast, and we need to position ourselves to take full advantage of it. If you're new to the channel, this is Touchdown Trades. My name is Kevin, your trading BFF, your stock market bestie. We are the #1 investing and active trading channel on all of YouTube, and we're going to be breaking down my top 2 sports betting stocks today. So stay tuned, and as always, let's secure that bag by making smart investments and sound trades. Let's get it. All right, all my trader and investor homies, let's talk about these 2 high growth stocks that are in the sports betting industry that are positioned for massive growth as more states go through the legislation process to get this legalized in their states because they want it legalized for the tax revenue. But before we get started, do me one huge favor and go ahead and give the like button the old Touchdown Trades snake eye jab in the eyes. I don't like the like button doesn't like me, so we just go ahead and we jab it in the eyes. Also, check out the 2-week free trial for the private Discord chat. Free trial link in the description. All right, let's jump right into this. Stock number 1, ticker DKNG DraftKings Inc. DraftKings is positioned very well to take advantage of this rush because not only do they have the online sports betting aspect in every state that's legal, pretty much they have in-person brick and mortar sports books where you can go place your bet in person. They also have an online presence, as well as they have the daily fantasy sports aspect. I know a lot of my viewers, most of my viewers, about 90% of my viewers are men, which a lot of men like to watch sports. Women like to watch sports too, but mostly men. And I'm sure you know what daily fantasy sports is. It's basically, for example, the NFL. You pick a team of players based on a salary, and however your team performs, you can win money. And what DraftKings does is they take a cut, they take what's called a rake, a percentage of the buy-in, and that's how they make their profit. And it's an absolutely huge industry. They are bringing in a big money from the DFS side, but as soon as the sports betting stuff comes online, it's just a whole nother level. Okay, so there is $1 million prizes every single week on NFL Sunday for this daily fantasy sports. But that's not where I think the revenue growth is going to come from. I believe the revenue growth is going to be coming from the sports betting aspect. So New Jersey is a state where sports betting is already legal. And we can't really compare the 2020 numbers because sports were shut down for a long time due to the Rhinoceros Rex. But in 2019, the New Jersey sports betting handle was over 4.5 billion. That is one state. New Jersey's a pretty big state, but not the biggest. So imagine when all the states come online, we're talking about $100 billion industry, more than $100 billion industry, and DraftKings is probably the leader in the sports betting space right now. So it is just primed for massive growth. Here we have a timeline of DraftKings and their operations. 2012, they started up in 2012. By 2013, they launched the app and they started doing DFS. And as we progress, we can see the registered accounts just skyrocketing. And as of 2019, we have 12 million people playing either DFS or betting on sports with DraftKings. And we know sports betting, DFS, this is a vice. This is something that people, they blow money on. So if you have 12 million registered users betting and playing DFS, they're spending money. It's just the money that's coming in is outrageous. So as of right now, as of today, DraftKings is the #1 daily fantasy sports website. They have 7 states with mobile sports books. So 7 states are already legal. They already set up taking bets in those states. 12 offices worldwide, $430 million in total revenue last year. $430 million in revenue, and we're only talking about 7 legal states with sports betting. So let's think about the entire country legal. You're talking about $20-30 billion in revenue. The global market size for sports betting, $456 billion. And this company, DraftKings, is not just in the United States alone. They are expanding. They are in South America. We got even some places in Africa, Australia, and all of Europe. So this is a company that knows that it needs to expand. It sees the opportunity and it's trying to seize on it. Here we have a little graph of where sports betting is legal. New Jersey is a big one. Tennessee just came online. So those numbers that we saw earlier, that over 400 million, that does not include Tennessee. And we just have more and more states coming online, realizing that the tax revenue created by legal sports betting outweighs the cons. Why would you not legalize it if every other state around you is legalizing it? You're just kind of biting your nose off to spite your face. The orange states have active legislation trying to get bills passed to legalize online sports betting. Florida, Georgia, Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio. We just got almost every state is trying to get this passed, right? There's only a select few states that are sticking their feet in the ground saying, no, we do not want to have legal sports betting. We are too stupid to realize that the tax revenue could actually help the people that live in our state. We don't want the tax revenue to try to provide cheaper insurance, provide better school systems, provide better anything, provide better stuff. They just don't care. They're going to stick their feet in the ground. But eventually, in the next 5, 10, 15 years, I mark my words, every state in the United States will be legal. All right, let's talk about my personal investing plan with this DraftKings stock. So this stock is not cheap right now. It's trading at a $20 billion valuation, making it pretty expensive. It's been on a massive tear as people have realized that sports betting is growing, that most of these states are coming online, they're coming around and realizing that they need to legalize it. This is not my #1 investment in this space because it's just too expensive right now. I believe in this company and I think the future for this company is very, very bright, but I'm personally going to wait until there is a pullback because you guys know my belief that you don't buy at the highs, you buy the pullbacks and you sell the rips. You buy the dips, you sell the rips, you don't buy breakouts. This is just a breakout right here, right? So I would love to get long down here towards $40 a share. I would love to start an investment in this DraftKings around $40 a share because long term, I think it's going to the moon. But I think we can get it at a better deal. We just wait, we save some ammo, keep some ammo on the sidelines, and when we get that price, we make our plan, and when we get that price that we like, we take that ammo out, that dry cash, and we fire. But we don't chase, and if we were to buy right now, that would be chasing. I love this company, I love the long-term outlook, but it's just my personal investing strategy not to buy when a stock's super extended like this DraftKings is. I may look like an idiot 5 years from now when it's trading at $100 per share like I think it could be, but it's just the way I do things, and over the long run, if you buy at the highs, you will eventually lose money. Hey guys, check out the 2-week free trial for this Trend Spider charting software. It's awesome charting. It is the best charting I've ever used. They're now our partner of the channel, so give them a try down there. The link's in the description. All right, so let's talk about my number one stock to invest in right now in the online sports gambling space. My favorite stock in the online sports betting space is MGM Resorts. When most people think of MGM, they think of the big casinos in Las Vegas. You're driving down the Las Vegas Strip and you see the big MGM sign. Yes, they are known for the resorts, and that is a great aspect of the company. But the growth is going to be coming from the online sports betting. This company, MGM, is so undervalued. This is my top stock right now. I'm adding on any dip. I've been investing for a while. I called out this MGM in a video a while ago at the 15 level, and then we since ran up big. But let's stop talking about what I've been doing and talking about why I've been doing it and why I think this is still undervalued and could be trading at $60, $70 a share within the next 5-6 years. So that's a 300-400% upside. So MGM just launched MGM Bet, which is their online sports betting sportsbook. They are also the official partner of the NBA, giving the NBA the sports lines and the sports betting data. So sometimes during you're watching the NBA games, you'll see the sports betting lines at the bottom of the screen. That's MGM providing those lines to the NBA. And everything I said about DraftKings applies to MGM about the growth coming from the legalization. As more states become legalized, it's just going to grow. Although MGM doesn't have the DFS, the daily fantasy sports aspect, I don't really think it matters because MGM is just such a better deal. And let's talk about why it's a better deal. First of all, MGM has partnered with Yahoo. So if you go on Yahoo and you look up, for example, the Lakers playing tonight. The Lakers game will pop up, the articles about the game, who the sports journalist thinks going to win. But there's also going to be a link saying bet on this game now. On all Yahoo sports sites, it's going to have MGM integrated into it. So if you're in a state where it's legal to bet, you're on Yahoo Sports, you're going to see a link to click on and bet through Yahoo Sports, which is an integration that can bring MGM a ton of customers. All right, so why is this a better deal than DraftKings? Okay, so they're both very good companies and they have tons of potential. I don't think DraftKings is a bad investment. I just think it's too extended. And investors overreacted with the Rhinoceros Rex, realizing that MGM does have a lot of resorts, brick and mortar resorts, and it's sold off extremely hard. Sure, it's since regained some of that sell-off, but we're still trading, 30% lower than we were before the Rhinoceros Rex. And MGM's trading at a price to sales ratio of about 1, a little bit more than 1. I think it's 1.5. DraftKings is trading at a price to sales ratio of over 40. So we're getting MGM at a steal. I'm telling you, this MGM is an investment of a lifetime because people don't see MGM as a beneficiary of this online sports betting wave, but it is going to be. They've already planted their feet in the space. They know the space is the future and they're getting involved. They partnered with Yahoo. They're integrated with Yahoo. They got their Bet MGM up and rolling. And as these states legalize, it's just going to take off. I'm putting a price target of 1 year of $40 per share on MGM, which is 100%, and a 5-year price target of $70 per share on this MGM. So this thing's going to the moon, in my opinion. I really like this MGM, and as more states come on, it's just going to grow exponentially like a snowball rolling down the hill, baby. Let's get it, MGM. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do me a huge favor and go ahead and hit that like button for me. If you're not yet a subscriber, what are you waiting on? The #1 stock market investing and active trading channel on all of YouTube. Not the biggest, but the best. My mom's blowing my phone up here, so I gotta go. I gotta talk to my mom. You know, you can't leave mom hanging. Bye, mom. I'll decline you for now. I'll catch you guys in the next video, and until next time, peace.
Drop.